Today, I'm going to talk about the teenage pregnancies in Kenya. What has prompted me to prepare this video is what appeared in the Sunday Nation of May 21st this year, 2023. Kenya was ranked that globally among the teenage pregnancies for a study which was done between January and February 2022. So now, in this video, I want to discuss why is this phenomena very frequent? Why are we having our girls getting into teenage pregnancies? One is what I call the personal feeble. Personal feeble is more common in adolescents. Adolescents, they feel they are special people. They feel none has ever walked in this world like them. None of them is so special. They feel they cannot die, so they get engaged in very risky undertaking. They feel even if they involved in unprotected sex, they cannot become pregnant. They are not loose, so they cannot become pregnant. And so this personal feeble of adolescents thinking they are very special people, this makes them fall victim of teenage pregnancies. And so that adolescent feeble need to be unpacked because it is a myth and it is not true. Adolescents are not special. They are subject to other human beings with all the frailties and weaknesses. There is also the aspect of lack of social models. If, for example, you have been brought up in a family which has got a very relaxed moral life, where sexual life, free sexual life is not discouraged, you are likely to fall a victim as a girl. The aspect of the carefree sexual life, being emphasized in home, is more likely to influence you getting into teenage pregnancy. Then there is also the aspect of adventure. Adventure due to pornography. The aspect of pornography, the aspect of the social media is exposing young people to sexual knowledge. And so on the process, they end up getting into sexual adventure. And on the process of sexual adventure, they become victims of teenage pregnancies. Some also, they are getting into forced through rape. Others are being coerced. You might be coerced to sex by your boss so that to get promotion, so that to get scholarship, so that to get a plot, so that to get a house or other means. And these ones, they are likely to tempt you and get you into teenage pregnancy. Then you find that most of these teenagers, they have got limited knowledge about even the anatomy, the biology, and the physiology of their very bodies, how they work. So they don't even understand themselves. They have got limited knowledge. Some think if they have sex and they bathe, they cannot become pregnant. And so that is also a big problem. There is also the aspect of the peer pressure. You don't want to be left behind. Your peers are also engaged in sex. And so why should you be left behind? That is also another problem of peer pressure. Then there is also the aspect of trying to prove that you are an adult. You have already, for example, in certain cultures which encourage female circumcision or a female genital mutilation, they feel that when you are circumcised, it is a sign, that's a rite of passage to show that now you are an adult. You are no longer a baby. You are no longer a young girl. Now you are a woman. You are a full-grown woman. And what are the characteristics of a full-grown woman than to become pregnant and have a baby? That is an indicator, a parameter to show that you are now mature and now the society should respect you. Then there is also the aspect of being influenced by influential people, people who are significant others. It might be your relatives. It might be some big people in the community. It might be your lecturers. It might be your bosses. And you want to associate. You don't want to annoy them. You want to please them. And so on the process, you become pregnant. The aspect also of the sugar daddy complex is also with us. And this is also tied up with the aspect of poverty. Poverty can play a very important role because of the needs. Girls have got a lot of needs compared with the boys. You want to be accepted, you want to be admirable, you want to dress well, you want to have nice shoes, you want to buy cologne, you want to buy a nice phone, and these sugar daddies are ready to give you money in exchange of sex. Low level of education can also contribute. How does it also contribute? People who have got low education, they are likely also not to have income. And so they become also victims of trying to plead with the people or trying to give out sex in exchange of other things. Then there is also the family-related problems where fathers and mothers are constantly fighting, and so they end up being affected. And then these girls are pushed out of their home because of the poor environment. And so if they fall on the hands of a man who is really going to welcome and give them a good environment, they are likely to get pregnant. Then there is also the aspect of the influence of liberal views on sex. Free sex, we are developed, we have advanced, and so who cares? I should not take any precaution. You throw all caution to the wind, and on the process of thinking that you are developed, thinking that you are a modern woman, you become pregnant, and those people who have impregnated you, they run away from you, and then you are left to have a problem of yourself. Then there's also the aspect of the teenage pregnancies being a family history. Your sisters, your cousins, they have also been having babies and they have not been getting married. So why should you not join the train? So it's not a big deal when you become pregnant. You have got your relatives or even your older sisters whom you have moved to, they are also having babies. Then you also come from the single mothers. You are born from a single mother. Why can't you also not give birth? After all, your mother took care of you. You're also going to take care of your child. Then there is the aspect of lack of school fees. You want somebody to pay fees for you. On the process, you get pregnant. Then there is also some get pregnant because of the desire of children. They love children so much. So why can they not become pregnant? And finally, there is also the aspect of the disco matanga, which is very common in Western province and in Nyanza province, where that any prominent person who has died in the community, there is the disco, and in the process of this entertainment, many girls end up becoming pregnant. So this is a wake-up call to the girls to be very careful that once they become pregnant, their life will never be the same. I hope in my next video, I am going to discuss the challenges which faces teenage pregnancies and the problems which they have to live with for making such blunders, only to be surprised. The people who express love to them, they run away and they are left to mourn and to regret. But then it's hard to reverse the course of history. Thank you very much for listening to me. If family issues, family matters is your love, is your concern, Moments with Rukwaru is a channel you cannot afford to miss. Kindly subscribe if you haven't, and also leave comments in the comment section. Also feel free to share with your colleagues. Thank you very much.